What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part today. I am so excited to upload this one for you guys because this video we're going to be taking a look at the cringiest anime I have ever watched in my entire life. Watamote. No matter how I look at it, it's you guys' fault I'm not popular. So quite often I always ask for recommendations for new anime to watch, but very rare do I actually take those recommendations into consideration, which is kind of ironic because here I am asking for help, and when someone offers to help, I'm like, thanks, but no thanks. This will be one of those rare occasions because this recommendation came from a cousin of mine who said that this was the funniest anime that he had ever watched, which really caught me by surprise because most of the time people recommend mostly like shonen anime, action anime, or even the most trendiest anime. But when I heard that this was the one that got him literally rolling on the floor, I thought, you know what? Perfect, let's check it out. So this anime came out back in 2013, so probably during the time when watching anime was starting to be cool. But anyway, the show only had one 12-episode season, and from the get-go, I soon realized why my cousin laughed so much, because even though this is a slice-of-life anime, the show is centered around a lonely middle school student named Tomoko, who really does remind me of when I had an emo phase in middle school, and that is when it hit me. Do you remember being in middle school thinking you were so cool, so all that, and wanted to make a statement to the world, but then years later you look back and you're like, what the hell was I thinking? And if I remember correctly, I think the correct term for that is 8th grade syndrome. And looking back at my middle school years, holy crap, I was a dorky kid. And that's pretty much the premise of this show as we watch this emo middle schooler go through life trying to be cool in the wackiest ways as possible. Oh my god, I remember watching Bocchi the Rock and feeling so cringy from all the comedy. But holy crap, this anime takes the cringe factor to a whole other level because, wow, I actually felt embarrassed watching this show alone. But anyway, as we progress through the season, every episode is basically about Tomoko breaking out of her introvert shell and doing things that normal people would do. However, because she wants to be noticed by everyone, she has to do everything over the top, which often leads to some very awkward moments. Now, despite this character having an overall goal, which is to be popular at school and with her friends, with every step she takes into reaching that goal, she actually takes 2 steps back, and we don't really get that much of a payoff in the end. Instead, we're just continuously watching this girl embarrass herself numerous times, which often makes us cringe so bad. And if I remember correctly, I think the episode that made my cousin laugh so hard that he was literally rolling all over the ground is when Tomoko uses a vacuum cleaner to give herself hickeys. But let me tell you, while that was funny, no other piece of comedy from either film or television made me laugh so hard, and at the same time made me wish for the sweet release of death. And that is when I watched an episode that had a moment that I like to call the headphone scene. Long story short, Tomoko plays some sensitive material on her computer, and while she is enjoying the moment, she realizes that her headphones weren't plugged in, so everyone in the house just heard what she was listening to. Oh my god, at that point I wanted that character to just die. I mean, wow, I could not live with that sort of embarrassment, and to this day I still remember screaming at my monitor out of sheer cringe because I've been there before. I remember one time I was at a Zoom meeting, I had my phone on, and everyone in the meeting could hear my phone. I mean, it wasn't hentai or anything, but it was still embarrassing. But oh my god, when I saw that scene happen, I felt terrible watching it. And I think this is where this anime really takes its strides, because with every embarrassing moment we watch unfold on screen, we're constantly reminded of all the embarrassing things that we used to do when we were middle schoolers. So despite not having an overall plot and just being a random adventure of the week sort of thing, I sort of had fun with this show. However, I will say, if you do plan on watching this series, I highly recommend you watch it with a group of friends, mainly for 2 reasons. 1, it's a lot more funny when we get to see everyone's reaction, and 2, because some of the moments are so cringy and so hard to watch, it almost feels like a punishment if you're watching it alone. All the more reason to share the embarrassment with a group of friends. And with only 12 episodes, this show is super easy to binge through. Well, that's going to do this video, guys. That was my overall review for Watamote. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button. See you guys updates from this channel. I'll see you next time in a brand new video. Bye-bye.